one thing that's very important as an artist, you gotta make sure that you're up on your publishing. So what I recommend is that you visit like websites, man, like ASCAP, websites like BMI, and kind of read up on it and kind of see what's going on. But for the most part, the way it works is, like when I signed my first deal, I was with iHouse Records in Atlanta, and you know, they gave me a little bit of advance money up front. You know, I got probably about $5,000, which is little money. And then we talking about back in the day. We ain't talking about now. We talking about like back in the day. So, you know, but I was starving, just want to get out there, want to get on. You know, I spit a verse in the studio on 201. They were coming in down there at iHouse Records in the ATL, and they were doing their thing. So, you know, they let me get a verse on, show some love. But I didn't really know too much about publishing. And so at that time, you know, I just took the, you know, little advance money, and I was spitting on everything that they got. But as I matured in the game, then I began to understand a little bit something about publishing. So I'm gonna get ready to get publishing 101 real quick. All right, the deal is every artist need to have his own publishing, but then you need to also start your own publishing company. So what you do is once you get registered as a publisher, with whatever performance rights organization you're gonna get with, be it BMI, be it ASCAP, CSAC, whoever you're gonna roll with, then you need to make sure you open up as a songwriter, and you also want to make sure you're getting paid as your own publishing company, because don't let nobody tell you nothing different. It's publishing that get us paid in this game. You know what I'm saying? It's publishing. You know, and that's just how you're gonna have to roll. So normally, for y'all cats that ain't really signed yet, or you think about getting signed to a label, you just want to, you know, normally your average deal, a label is, you know, if they worth their weight, you know, an independent label, they'll try to switch your publishing up, you know, let's say, I don't know, maybe like a 50-50 deal, which I didn't even have that when I signed my first deal, you know, about 10 years ago. But most labels now, you know, they'll go 50-50, you know. So if you get a 50-50 deal with a label when you're publishing, you just trying to get out there. My personal opinion, if nobody ever heard of you, you trying to get out there, I would say go with that. And I would say, you know, go ahead and make it happen for yourself and get your name out there. And then, you know, just depending on how the relationship go, how your album sales go, how things go for you, you know, you make them come up from there. But for the most part, you know, anything that's done, when your music gets spin on the radio, you get a radio spin, don't matter what it is, a college radio spin, you know, a regular commercial radio spin. You want to make sure that you're up on that, on your publishing game. Remember, you making that bread off of the spin. Every spin you getting your royalties on the as a songwriter, and you also gonna get it as your own publisher. You see what I'm saying? So, quick scenario. Let's say you got a situation. You signed to ABC Records, Hip Hop Records Incorporated. All right, the way it's gonna go down is that whatever jam you put out, you know what I'm saying, when it's time to get paid and time to get bread off of that jam, you're gonna get paid as a songwriter, and you're gonna get paid as your own publishing company, because money goes both. That's just the way that's set up. And I would say read up on it, you know what I'm saying, and do what you do, especially all my cackalack niggas, man, you know, because we've been struggling for so long to get on, and we've been looked over for so long. And I think the most part is that this cat ain't really organized the way they need to be organized. So get yourself organized, open up your publishing company, copyright your music. You know, I mean, that goes without saying. Before you let anybody hear anything you do, copyright your music. You know, and you know, just kind of be easy. You know what I'm saying? Just do what you got to do. Publishing company, getting paid off of that. As a songwriter, getting paid off of that. I would even recommend you might go to some indie label, and you might can even just write for the artist. A lot of cats get in the game like that. You know, they may not get signed straight off the top for whatever reason, but you can come on writing for artists. And if you come on writing for artists, then I mean, you can make a pretty good living. You know, just writing for artists, and then you know, and then from there you just kind of build, and you know, you just kind of get on from there, man. You just kind of go from there. So that's the tip that I'll give y'all niggas on the publishing. You know, make sure that you're up on that. Make sure you get you a good manager. You know what I'm saying? Don't let none of these managers jack you. Don't let none of these managers talking about I need 30%. They don't need all that. You know what I'm saying? If he or she is worth their weight, I would say, you definitely pay a manager up to 20%. Just kind of depends on what they're talking about. But never give a manager all. Never give a manager total power of attorney over your money. You give a manager limited power of attorney, and you let that, and you kind of allocate what it is that manager has, is going to have access to. So your managers ain't going out there spending all your money, and you want to put a cap on the amount of money that your manager can spend. You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest mistakes I made back in the day was that I had a manager who I was doing all these shows, and we was doing the shows, man, we was going hard and everything, but then I go to the account, and the money that we had accrued that I thought was in there, wasn't in there. So, of course, one thing led to another, and had to bust that nigga head open, but anyway, things like that happen. You live and you learn. The biggest thing is to bounce back. Make sure that when you're handling your business with your publishing, you're getting registered as a songwriter and as your own publishing company. So whenever you go to sign that deal with that record label, you know what I'm saying, you put yourself in a situation where you maximizing your income and making the most money possible. When it comes down to getting that manager, make sure you give your manager limited power of attorney to handle the day-to-day business of just managing your act and everything else like that. And then just kind of getting on from there. It's your boy, Master Tech 9. You know what I'm saying? Music Biz 101, Hood Style, Part 1. Peace.